I can't believe it. There's actually an episode that rivals Amending Fences. This episode had me on the verge of tears in many cases, and I just loved the entirety of the episode. Like, there wasn't a single flaw that I noticed while watching it. The idea of the episode is that basically there's this pop star coming to Ponyville for a charity event, which I don't remember her name. I know she's called Countess something, but AJ calls her Rara because apparently they met each other at a camp. Apparently AJ and Rara are good friends with each other, but they lost touch with each other after a while. When AJ first sees her, she kind of notices that she's not the same pony that she once knew, and she tries her best to try to figure out, is she the same or is she completely different to what she used to be? Because she does see remnants of her old self. So what ends up happening is that AJ does her best to talk with her, ends up getting into a bit of a fight, but wants to prove to her that, her manager is not exactly the pony that she thinks he is. Like, all he cares about is just making her the success that she is, and she's not noticing it, but she's still trying to maintain a small part of who she is, like doing charity events, doing events with other, fillies and colts and stuff like that. That is a cool thing. I love this character, Rara. And I especially love her design, especially in the last portion of the episode. The songs themselves, well, the first song, I get it was made like that, like a generic pop song, but holy crap, the second and third song of the episode were amazingly good. It had the feels, it had a great, mood to it, to the point that I'm going to be putting that song in my MP3. I really am. So what ends up happening is that after her manager is exposed, she ends up telling him to get out, and she goes through the charity event, but feeling a bit nervous in many ways, because now she no longer has the manager. But AJ tells her to stay true to who she is and just be who she is. And she goes out to sing a song that basically capitalizes on that, which, oh my god, did I feel like crying. Because that song itself can click with a lot of people when it comes to, people personally. I do have a bit of a personal connection with this episode. Not as much as Amending Fences, but holy crap, is it an amazing episode, especially with that song. And this episode's just amazing overall. I really can't say anything negative about it. The one thing I really love about this episode is definitely the message, where basically Rara loses, sight of who she was prior and is a little blinded, but once her eyes are finally open to, who she is and yada yada yada, she begins to, just be who she is, and everybody will either respect her or otherwise for being who she is, which is really a good message. It's basically the message, be true to who you are, which is a great message that everybody needs to learn. So all in all, I think this is an amazing episode, easily in my top 5 of season 5, possibly in my top 10 of the entire series. And if I didn't have the personal connection with Amending Fences, this episode would definitely be my number 1 of season 5. That's how much I love this episode. And that's my speed impressions on the main attraction.